And look at those smiling faces. Welcome to the First Alert Desk here on Atlanta News First Plus. We are talking about a fantastic opportunity to change the lives of our young people, and we are partnering up with St. Jude to talk about this fantastic opportunity. I want to bring in our anchor and reporter, Tracy Hutchins. This is the first ever Dream Home giveaway here in Atlanta, and it is not just a home giveaway, but it is a chance to save lives.
Oh, Maria, thank you for having me. It is an amazing day here at Atlanta News First. The first day, this is a project that we've actually been working on for a couple of months now. So it is the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital Dream Home giveaway. The home is actually in Duluth. We had a chance to go and visit it last week. It's beautiful. Now it's going to be well equipped with some amazing, appliances, cabinetry. Those things are already in. We have a big event coming up on Thursday, a floor signing before they put the floor in. But the home is just gorgeous in a beautiful gated neighborhood. They will have a pool, a rec center in that neighborhood. And the cool thing about this home, valued at $650,000, Maria, we know how hard it is for people to find a home these days. Here's an opportunity to have a home of your own in a beautiful, very safe neighborhood. So this home actually will have updated appliances in it. So whoever wins this dream home will have something else their neighbors don't have.
So we're going to get into all of the ways that you can get involved, because this is such a fantastic way to both give back and also enter for a chance to be a part of this giveaway. And it's not just the home. I mean, we're talking about tens of thousands of dollars in prizes.
Yeah, that's the great thing here. And even better than that, when you reserve your ticket, you're not only entering for a chance to win a dream home, but also each of those prizes, and they kind of go by varying depending on the weeks. But say you reserve your ticket on the very first day, May 11th. That is the day we kick things off at 6 a.m. on Atlanta News First. If you reserve your ticket that day, you are entered to win all of the prizes. And there's a $2,500 gift card to Target. We know how much money we can spend at Target. A $10,000 dream vacation, Delta Vacations. We're actually going to talk to them tomorrow about this dream vacation that you could possibly win. Also a 2023 Dodge Hornet, a brand new car, and then $10,000 at Georgia Furniture Mart. So you could really you could have a car, furniture for your home, gift card to Target, head out on a vacation, and have the dream home too. So you just reserve your ticket once and you are entered to win any of those prizes, especially if you do it on the very first day you can reserve your ticket, which is May 11th.
Now, Tracy, you have been heavily involved in this effort, along with our executive producer, Belinda James, to get this in front of people, to have the community be a part of something this big, and for Metro Atlanta to participate in something like this for the very first time. I know that this ability to reserve your ticket doesn't start until May 11th, but we are getting the word out now, and you have really been working hard with St. Jude, with the community to get this rolling. Tell me a little bit about this project, because you went down to Memphis, Tennessee, you saw this fantastic hospital. This is really a life-changing moment.
It really is, and the great thing about this, Atlanta News First decided to partner with St. Jude. They have Dream Home giveaways across the country. Atlanta is one of the largest cities they've had a dream home in, and of course I think our house is probably the best. But we had an opportunity to visit a lot of the people at the hospital there. So of course, since COVID, we know a lot of things have changed. So the concern was very much about the patients and the safety of the patients. So we understood that. We had an opportunity to speak to other patients as well and staff members there in Memphis. So we went down. This campus is massive. This is really all about what goes on in Memphis, Tennessee, right? So we land in Memphis. One of the first things I noticed, Maria, right there when we got off the plane, almost like a Delta Sky Lounge. I think a lot of us can relate to that. They have a St. Jude Lounge. This is just for the patients. When they fly in, their families, they can go and get accommodated, comfortable, because this is a big deal when you have a child who is sick and your family and you don't know what's going to happen. So these families are referred to St. Jude. So they land in Memphis and they go to the St. Jude welcome center there at the airport. Then they are taken to the campus there at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. This campus is massive. There are buildings all over the place. There's a huge research building that we were able to go in and see a number of the researchers there working on finding cures for cancer, not just cancer, but so many other diseases as well that some children are afflicted with, and their families just don't have anywhere to go. So the families that are referred there, of course, they get the treatment there. The key thing here, Maria, and this is why we are part of this fundraiser and why St. Jude does so much across the country, when families go, they pay absolutely nothing. Nothing for treatment, nothing for travel, nothing for their accommodations. So while we were there, we had an opportunity to see a brand new building. It's not quite up yet, it's not open, but very soon it's almost like apartments, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments, where families of children who are being treated at St. Jude, they can stay any length of time. We met a patient, spoke to his mom. They had been treated there at St. Jude for 19 years.
Wow.
Imagine 19 years never receiving a bill for treatment, for your accommodations, for anything that happens. Food, all of that is taken care of. And the key here is all of it's taken care of because of generous donations. A lot of people watching right now, they may be members who they contribute a specific dollar amount to St. Jude every single month. With this giveaway, we are generating $1.5 million all to go to St. Jude. That way they can care for families. Many families from Atlanta, too. We had an opportunity to speak to one family that's from Atlanta. Their daughter was treated at St. Jude. They live here in Atlanta. We have an opportunity next week to go and visit another family from Atlanta. So the key thing is here, certainly they treat children from across the country, around the world, but also here in the metro as well. And making sure those families don't have to pay a thing, don't have to worry. I'm a parent. My daughter's 25 now. I still worry about her every day. I think for so many parents, I've been told many times that, and I believe it's true, when you have a child, your heart is now on the outside of your body, walking around in this world, right? And that's not an easy thing to deal with. So imagine if your child is sick. Imagine what that is like for parents. Parents have to work. Parents still have to take care of the day-to-day. St. Jude helps alleviate many of those other concerns so they can focus on making sure their child gets better. So that is what this giveaway is all about, this fundraiser. We are here in Metro Atlanta helping raise money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. So that is the great thing. So yeah, we had a great time in Memphis, Maria, and we will have an opportunity to show those stories and all those things that we found, and those folks that we talked to, we're showing those on the newscast today on Atlanta News First.
Yeah, that's a great point you bring up. We are keeping people in the know and following this on Atlanta News First. All of the great work that St. Jude is doing, all of the efforts that we've made with them in this partnership. But I just wanted to emphasize what you just said. This is a fantastic opportunity, whether you're a parent or community member, to do a good deed and even, put yourself or your family in a good place to possibly earn one of these prizes. It's just a fantastic way to give back. It's a fantastic way to get involved in your community, and there are some fantastic prizes as well that will go to a deserving family.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's a win-win in my opinion. And wanted to mention too, of course, traveling to Memphis, we learned a lot about entertainer Danny Thomas. A lot of us know him way back in the day from his entertainment days, but this was really kind of his baby in a sense. He decided to build this facility, this hospital in Memphis back in 1962 because he grew up in an impoverished community, and he saw some of his young childhood friends pass away because their families couldn't care for them. And he said, you know what? No child should ever have to lose their life simply because their family doesn't have the ability to pay. So he opened up St. Jude so that children, no matter their race, nationality, where they come from, their income level, no matter what, they can receive treatment there, and they now have a fighting chance against childhood cancer and so many other rare diseases as well. And since the hospital opened, they've actually increased the survival rate from 20% with childhood cancer to now 80%. And really the goal of our fundraiser and so many others across the country is to increase that survival rate now to 90% over the next decade. And how does that happen? That happens with fundraising. It happens with money, because all that research that is done there, they share that with other hospitals around the country and right here. So, they're not a vacuum. They don't keep that information to themselves. All the research they do to help find cures and help really zero in on targeting cancer, so that children can recover, and so that other, say like brain cancer. We had an opportunity to speak to a doctor about brain cancer a while back. The radiation that happens with that can damage other parts of your brain as well. So they are working on ways to kind of focus that, so they can zero in on the cancer itself and not damage any other part of the brain. So that's one of the things that they've done there at the hospital, is really kind of, created this technology that can do that. And that information is shared with doctors, physicians, hospitals all across the country and right here in Metro Atlanta too.
And talk about the fantastic work St. Jude has done. Not only that statistic that you mentioned, 20 to 80%, which is life-changing and a massive jump, but some of that research, I should say a large majority of that research, coming back to Metro Atlanta and helping those families that are going through this. You talk about St. Jude opening up in 1962. At that time, childhood cancer was considered incurable. This is an organization, this is a hospital that has done so much to push us forward for this disease that no family should have to face.
Oh, absolutely. Finding cures, saving children, that is their motto there. And that's really what they work to do. So here in Metro Atlanta, as you mentioned before, that information, that research will be shared with doctors here. I can't tell you, Maria, you've done the stories too. We do so many on young people with cancer, just starting out their lives. That is a difficult position for their families to be in, for those children to be in. They don't know what's going on. They don't know why they don't feel good exactly. They just know they want to feel better. They go to St. Jude. They get the red carpet treatment. Kids are kind of rolled around in a wagon to make it kind of very cool for them to go and get their treatment, whether it's chemotherapy or checkups or any of those things. So they really make it fun for them. All the stories that we've heard when we've talked to physicians and people working at St. Jude is that they are a family there, and they don't want it to feel like a hospital. Sometimes hospitals can certainly feel sterile. What they are doing is saving lives and making lives better for these children, but they want it also to be an experience where they can look back and say, oh, I love my doctor. We did this and it wasn't a scary experience. This wasn't something that they dread. Because many of them, again, will have to have extensive treatments there. But as you mentioned, Maria, absolutely, the research, a lot of that information comes back to us here in Metro Atlanta, because the goal here is obviously saving children and increasing that survival rate for children.
Yeah, very well said. I'm going to bring up this QR code here. This is how you can help. Now, I dropped a link for those of you watching on our Facebook and YouTube of where you can go if you want to reserve your ticket on May 11th. But this QR code, best thing you can do is save this to your phone. May 11th comes, you're ready to go, and you can reserve your ticket. Now, again, this isn't just the Dream Home giveaway, although talk about a life-changing giveaway, $650,000 to a family that will set them up to have a home, to have a place to make memories together, but also all of these other fantastic prizes that you can possibly win if you reserve your ticket on May 11th. Here's an explainer.
Your chance to win a $650,000 dream home. The St. Jude Dream Home giveaway is only days away. Enter on the first day, May 11th, to qualify to win the house and additional prizes, including a $2,500 Target gift card, a Delta Dream vacation, a 2023 Dodge Hornet, or a $10,000 gift certificate to Georgia Furniture Mart. Find the details on atlantanewsfirst.com/dreamhome. It is all to support St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, finding cures, saving children.
And there's that QR code again for you. Reserve your ticket on May 11th. Just save that to your phone or your device, your preferred device, and be here with us May 11th. We are working to raise $1.5 million, hopefully more.
Hopefully more.
In partnership with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.